Las Vegas, Nevada, May 31st through June 2nd. Join a bunch of juicy hogs, a bunch of Discord dorks, a bunch of pay pigs, a bunch of sad incels, a bunch of podcast nerds, a bunch of stupid puppets, a bunch of fat losers, a bunch of complete hacks. Join Nobody Likes Onions. Who are these podcasts? Tukey, Bedabbler, Ray DeVito, Pat Dixon, Earl Skakel, and more for a weekend of stand-up and live podcast in Sin City. Get your tickets now at hackamania.com and use promo code Tukey. We're doing it.
What's going on, you guys? Yeah, everyone grab their pink comforter.
I got the worst haircut ever. This is my haircut. Look at that.
Oh, and then you said Pat Dixon does have a past.
He's Ray DeVito. His chin is kinda neato. He's Ray DeVito. He is a Guido. He's not a pedo. His name is Ray DeVito. Problems with his Speedo. He's kind of retardito. Is Ray DeVito. His chin is pretty neato. That Ray DeVito. Your information he'll repeat-o. That stinky Guido. That's Ray DeVito. Rock Bottom Podcast starts now.
What's up? What's going on, you punks? Welcome. Rock Bottom Podcast here with Tracy Jayne. How are you, my dear?
Very excited to see you. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Good to see you. You look lovely as always.
I just got off work, long double, so.
Well, you look fantastic. And also, I don't know if you're into it, but I'm going to Pittsburgh a couple times, but Smokey the Spurg invited me to go to I think So Thorough Joe Burrow's going to a Pirates Indians game in Pittsburgh, and he's like, "Is Tracy Jayne around? Does she want to come too?" So I'll let you know. I don't know the exact date, but I will let you know like when they're playing. Yeah, you know I'm going to root for the Tribe. You know this.
Well, yeah.
Yes, I'm not rooting for the Pirates. You kidding me? Come on, man.
They're a great farm team. Why wouldn't you?
What do you? We're in first place. We got like one of the best records in baseball right now. We're killing it.
The Pirates. The Pirates.
Oh, the Pirates. All right. And speaking of which, the legend who was a second pick of the draft in 1990 is a fan of yours. He's a handsome guy. He's a handsome guy. He's a fan of Tracy Jayne. How have you been, man? What's been new since I've seen you?
Well, I had the festival.
Yeah, how was Ginger Fest? Tell us about it.
I mean, it was not well attended. The team made a bunch of mistakes on planning, but my part, running the comedy stage, went awesome. The comics were all great. They were they had really good bands. There would be nobody in front of them.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, it's not.
And they didn't draw at all. But my shows were all standing room only.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Everybody
well, that's awesome.
Everyone was really excited for the comedy stage. So the few people that were there were all fired up and all loved what I did with comedy stage. So my part was a success, which is, all I could do.
You're saying not a lot of people went to Yinter Fest overall, but you're saying the comedy was like a cool thing.
Yeah. So,
okay, yeah.
My part worked. There were things that, I said, but you can only fight so much. Right off the bat, I said, okay, when they were planning out the convention center, which that was the wrong venue for it to begin with. They put the kids zone with the bouncy houses and all that crap next to the comedy stage. And I said,
hell yeah, dude. That's how you want it, dude. You want bouncy houses. I always say, man, if I'm going to tell jokes, I need a bouncy house somewhere near me.
And so they said, yeah, you're right. But then they changed their minds at the last minute and they put that all outside of the comedy stage. And it was just kind of like curtained off. Bouncy houses, those big ones, they're loud. They have all those fans.
What time the comedy thing start at?
We had like one early show each night that just went at like
What time is early? What time's early for a comedy show?
And it was like a 45-minute showcase show, and then the evening shows were at 7:30 because then the bands went on, like the headliner band went on at 8:30. So, the timing wasn't great with it, but the bouncy houses were still going with all that noise. And on the early shows,
comedy, you don't want noise. That's the one thing you don't want. You don't want noise. Like, you don't want things to like distract you. Like, hey, let's focus on this. But
so one of the guys that suggested they put the bouncy house next to the comedy stage is the one that complained about it the most. So, it was.
Who cares, man? You're a comic on a show. Like, that's not up to you. Like, if I'm a comic on a show, I'm showing up, I'm getting paid. It is what it is. It's not like I can't. The logistics are the logistics. I can't like argue I could say like, hey man, it'd be cool if all the chairs are facing the front of the stage, or hey, you might want to put the chairs up close to the stage. But otherwise, like, it's not your responsibility. You can give them tips, but if people don't execute the tips, it's like, all right. I mean, once the thing's going, you can't be like, hey, can you get rid of the bouncy houses, please? Like, yeah, you can't do that. So that's all good.
Every suggestion I made in pieces that I added, everything went off great. And
well, there you go.
Well, that's all I can ask.
Well, there you go. Isaac Walmart, thank you for becoming a member. That's right. Keep your YouTube memberships open. People sometimes gift memberships, so keep them open. Thank you, Isaac Walmart. He's a good man. I like Isaac Walmart. Tracie, ever gotten a standing ovation? They're mocking me. This is I did Vegas. I did Vegas last week.
How was it?
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah, that was the ad. I played the ad just as a joke. But yes, I did Vegas last week. Hackamania.com. I got the I got the video. If people want to see it, I'll play the video. It was people that were there for Hackamania. So it's like a bunch of podcasts and stuff. And then they did a comedy show. And yes, it was awesome. It was fantastic. Here, well, I mean, I don't care. I'll play. It was definitely like a thing. They were there for like, they wanted here like Dabbleverse. I'm in what's called the Dabbleverse. Mm-hmm. That's what I am in. That's what we're in right now. But the big thing is like, as you know, I used to be on this show called Misery Loves Company, Kevin Brennan's show. Remember you did Kevin Brennan's show?
You're not on it anymore?
No, Kevin Brennan hates my guts now, only because I went to Las Vegas. Somehow, Kevin thinks he owns me. So apparently I'm not allowed to go anywhere if Kevin doesn't give my approval, doesn't give the approval that I'm allowed to go someplace. So the second I agreed to go to Las Vegas, he tried to ruin my life. He still might be trying to ruin my life. I think he's relaxed a little bit. I don't know. What are you looking at your phone? Is that Kevin texting you?
No, I'm texting you something.
Oh. But yeah, that he wanted no part of me going to Las Vegas, which was all podcast fans. But I will. I got your I got your yes, I got that. Yeah, don't worry about that. I got you. Yeah, you're treated with nothing but respect here. I got all that stuff. All right, so this is, so the second I agreed to go to Hackamania, which he was one time, as you know, Kevin Brennan, you worked with him in Pittsburgh. Yeah, well, you've been on his podcast. Yeah. Fix your bangs, man. Get it together, Tracie.
My hair, I worked a double. And it's
no, I'm joking. I'm joking. You look amazing.
So wasn't it his thing? Didn't he invite you?
No, it was, at first he was fine with it. And then he decided he wanted me dead for going to it. So he had people reach out to my family members to try to get them on his podcast and stuff. Yeah, he's not a nice guy. He's not. Yeah.
Was it just turning up?
Just for going. Yes, yeah. Just for agreeing to go to a comedy show, he decided he wanted to ruin my life. So, yeah. Like there's so here I'll play some of it. Just because I got the video today. So we'll watch some of it, and then I'm gonna put the whole thing up. The audio is not the greatest, so I want to do what Earl Skakel did, who's another comic, where you could put like the captions underneath it, so you could like hear what's being said. But yeah, it was awesome, man. It was standing room only. There was like maybe 200, maybe a little less than 200 people that were there, but they were pretty jazzed up to see me. So let's play some of the video, and then the video will be up later. I'll put the video up, but you get to see. But that's why he's saying, because I got a couple standing ovations in this thing. Yeah, again, this isn't a typical comedy show. I know that. And also, like, me getting there was also, my flight got canceled. My flight was supposed to be at 7 a.m, and my flight got canceled. And I found out at like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I had to go to the airport at 2 o'clock in the morning, and like try to like figure it out. And I ended up getting there at like 7 a.m., but I didn't sleep. That's what I'm saying. So I got no sleep. So there was zero sleep. I was up for like 36 straight hours as this is also going on. I tried to sleep at the hotel once I got to Vegas, and I just couldn't. I couldn't. But all right. So let's watch a little bit of this. When you get sick of it, we'll quit. But yeah, Kevin thinks it's funny being a douche to people. Like that's his charm now, I guess, is trying to ruin people's lives. So that's but yeah, all right, here we go. Let's watch some Hackamania.
Listen, I can't even believe I had the privilege of introducing my next performer. Well, you just stole my privilege, goddamn. I spent all day thinking of ways to bring this guy to the stage, and you yell it out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know him from the Rock Bottom podcast. Give it up for DeVito. Good. It better be fucking good. Anyone else decided to come here and it ruined their fucking life? Anyone else besides me? Say, hey, I'm going to Hackamania. Suddenly they get rid of all my gym memberships. Yeah, you got Chad Zuma calling every venue you're performing at, fucking doing that. Yeah. Kevin offering to fucking drive people out of prison to come fucking physically assault me and every one of my gigs. Yes. This better be fucking good. Fucking buy my fucking download cards when this shit is over. Out there on the fucking merch of Jesus Christ, the fucking Dabbleverse. You kidding me? I mean, what, like 30 months and I've aged like 25 years. That is, seriously, I wish this upon nobody. Nobody should enter the Dabbleverse. The Dabbleverse should have a Scared Straight program. That is literally what the Dabbleverse should be. Oh, you want to be in the Dabbleverse? Are you sure? You sure you want to be in there? All right, are you going to be living in your godparents' basement when you're 50? Are you sure you want to do this? Nothing but you and your fucking bobbleheads. That's it. That's all you're going to get. People threatening to physical assault you every time. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. It says, you and your baseball cards down there. Yeah, look at my eyes. Fucking your best friend's gonna be a teacher. You're gonna sleep on his couch once a month. That's what's gonna happen. He's sleeping on his fucking couch. Yes. Yeah, take my hand. You're my bitch. But guess what? No one gets laid in the Dabbleverse, so don't worry about it. No one gets an erection in the Dabbleverse. That's not how it works. You have sex once every 4 years, and it's a 45-year-old mother of 4 divorcee who shows you pictures how she fucking banged Steven Tyler 15 years ago. But you raw dog it anyways, because that's what you do in the fucking Dabbleverse. They got Dr. Sieves here. I might have an STD. That's, he's checking his...
Yeah. All right. We don't got to watch the... It's 20 minutes or more of that. We don't got to watch the whole thing. But, yeah, it's...
Looks like it was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a great time. I'll put the whole thing up. But, yeah, can you understand the audio or not really?
Not really.
Okay, yeah, I got to put up like the closed captions, but yeah, so there's yeah, so Kevin hated my guts. Like he had this woman on his podcast that had a that hated my guts or whatever. Lady, I don't even know. She just hates me because Kevin Brennan told her she had to hate me. And she had a thing with Pat Dixon, and there's a police report, and I guess it said on this police report she was 200 pounds. So I just, when I was on MLC, I pointed out that she was 200 pounds, had to go to a Planet Fitness. So this lady called Planet Fitness, a bunch of Planet Fitnesses, and got my membership canceled. So that's, yeah. And then Kevin was like going to drive some guy that's in prison to like come physically assault me when he's out of his mind. So... yeah, be careful. The Dabbleverse is not fun. It's not fun. Yeah.
It seems like, not my jam.
Yeah. A lady from Pittsburgh did that, by the way. Felicia Gillespie. Do you know who she is?
No?
Yeah. So, and you're from Pittsburgh. She's from Pittsburgh, yeah. In some police report, it says she was 200 pounds. So I was like, hey, I was at Planet Fitness while I was on MLC podcast. And I go, she's like, I'm not 200 pounds. I'm like, hey, I'm at a Planet Fitness. You should go here. And then she like called Planet Fitness, a bunch of them, and got my gym membership canceled. A comedian who couldn't take a joke. A comedian that got out. She's a comedian. She got out roasted in a minute and decided to like call Planet Fitness and a bunch of them and like get my gym membership canceled. So that's what I'm dealing with.
You know, I wish I had enough time on my hands.
Yes, thank you.
I'm fucking busy trying to get bills paid and do some fun shit. Like, how do we have time for this shit?
Yeah, it happens. What are you going to do? So that's, because like Kevin turned on other people, but the other people like went back at him and like would put his wife's picture on the internet and like put up her job where she worked and tried to get her. I didn't do any of that. I'm like, okay, I'm not on the show anymore. Okay. I'm like, okay, goodbye. I'm not on the show anymore. Okay, cool. Oh, we had a good time. I'll see you later. But yeah, so yeah, he's not a nice guy.
I'm just saying, once people are trying to hurt each other's personal lives.
Yep. Yeah.
That's a little past a line in the sand. Maybe.
Yeah. It got weird. It's fine. I'm gonna be all right in the long run. So.
Well, I'm sorry. That sounds fucked up.
Yeah. Sam Winson, Ray. Did Ray ever man up and get the nuts to ask you out? Yeah, Tracy and I are getting married. I buried the lead. We're getting married September 15th. Okay,
what's the ring going to be? You don't play guitar, so it's not going to be a guitar string. Please don't tell me it's going to be some kind of tape that you used on your foot. Twisted.
oh my gout toes, my broken toes. Come on, dude, Tracy. I always say this to guys, like instead of buying a nice engagement ring or a brand new one, just buy an old shitty one. Tell the lady it belonged to your great grandmother and you want it in the family. Like, how could she fucking hate that? Right?
Because she's going to find out eventually.
What do you mean? How's she going to find out? My great-great-grandmother's dead. What are you talking about? How's she going to find out eventually?
Because somebody's going to tell.
Who's going to tell? Nobody knows.
Your sister's not going to tell?
My sisters don't talk to me. My sisters think my life is...
Eventually, the new wife is going to talk to your sisters and going to, that's going to get brought up.
I don't know.
You
But you
can't
get what I'm
say,
saying?
this is my great-grandmother's. Please don't mention it to any of my family members when you meet them.
Why would they talk about the wedding ring? Like, I mean, both my sisters are married. I never asked my brother-in-laws about the fucking wedding rings.
Well,
Do you see what I'm
because
saying?
I say, I'm honored to wear your grandmother's wedding ring. And they're like,
Oh, I see what you're
about?
saying. I see what you're saying. Like, they would say, like, oh,
stick to the truth. Lies are really hard to remember and figure out how they're going to play out. So, yeah, just stick to the truth.
so you're saying I shouldn't start a marriage off on a lie?
No, I don't think you should. I think, truth is a lot easier. You don't have to remember it and play it forward.
Well, I never proposed to a woman, but I'm just saying, like, if I was going to propose to a woman, like, that would be in the back of my head. Like, a woman can't
if you
a
ever
woman can't get mad.
propose to a woman, I think we've already seen that you're gonna need a lot of help and advice. So
I'm just saying, I think that's like a woman can't get upset about that, you know?
well, anymore. I mean, a lot of women are kind of like, the whole blood diamond thing. You can get something really nice that's man-made and nobody knows.
What's a blood diamond thing? I don't even know the blood diamond.
Because people die for diamonds. You don't know that? You've never seen, there's this movie that came out a while ago called Blood Diamond.
I heard that. Like, yeah, but why do people give a shit about diamonds? Like, what do you make out of diamonds? What's this big thing about diamonds?
Because dumb bitches want a big diamond. It makes them feel worthy. But here's the thing.
Do you own any diamonds?
I've been given some big diamonds, Ray.
Wow. All right. But are they that
Some
amazing?
I still have, some I hawked.
Oh, you sold them? You've been given diamonds and you sold?
It didn't really mean anything to me. So, I was like,
But don't we have all the diamonds that exist already? Are there more diamonds coming?
There are more diamonds coming. They mine.
There's more. Then why do we care?
Because people die trying to find them.
What at the mall? They're dying at the mall, like in the food court. It's like, I heard there's a diamond here somewhere.
Okay, you have 2 assignments. All right, there is the movie Blood Diamond, which you should see, with my buddies in it, and also
who's in Blood Diamond? Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, and also there is a mini documentary series called Explained on Netflix, and they have different subjects that they do, like a little half-hour documentary on these different subjects, and one is on diamonds. And there was a Rhodes Scholar, De Beers, who really created the market.
Yeah, that's the jewelry guy, De Beers, the company.
So he was a Rhodes Scholar, and he created this. And so now everybody, women need a diamond to feel validated.
You have a bunch of diamonds, you just said.
Yeah, some I got rid of for, to buy better shit that I wanted, like.
So it's got good resale. I don't even know what you do with the diamond. I get it. It's fancy, it's whatever, but like, yeah, I don't know. Do you have diamond earrings?
Yeah, I have multiple diamond earrings.
Jesus Christ! Look at you, fucking.
But I
Those
had-
are diamond
had-
earrings are like the Jordans for ladies. It's
I
like
had
so-
one. I had one pair of diamond earrings that a guy bought me. By the way, we were dating, and he was separated from his wife and going through a divorce. And then we were dating for a bit, and then it came out that they weren't really separated. So
Oh,
he
all
started
right.
throwing gifts at me to kind of keep me around. And one was a huge pair of diamond earrings that they were like a carat and a third each. So it was like 2.6 carats of diamonds on my ears.
I don't know what a carat is. What is exactly a carat? I've heard of it, but what's a carat like? In
Watch the documentary. We can't even. Anyway, they were really big, Ray. And
Okay.
and
so that worked out in your favor, right?
yeah, but I felt like I looked like. Where am I going to wear these huge, more than a carat earrings in my ears? Kind of look like
At Applebee's, dude. At Applebee's.
yeah, right. Yeah, I don't. So I got.
At
Yeah.
Permini Brothers, dude. You show up in a Wawa with some diamond earrings, we're like, fuck yeah, dude. She knows what's up.
So anyway, so yeah, I passed.
Victor Mature, I'm giving you a standing ovation, Ray. Thanks, Tracy. There you go. All right. Victor Mature, who's a good guy. He changed his profile picture. He's a fantastic guy. He's a nice dude. When are we going to watch this damn video again? Limp Ditch. I think he's talking to me. I will put that up. Ray's Stairway to Heaven. Thank you, Al. Thank you, Al. Tracy, you look like you're in a hostage video. He's saying you don't want to be here. Tracy's my buddy. We're gonna.
I'm not blinking. I'm safe. It's good.
This is the first time I got the video, Big W. But thank you for being a Big W. That's the first time I got the video was today. But thank you, buddy. She looks like she'd be fun in the sack. I think he's talking about me, the Sam Winston guy.
I think he's talking about you.
Yeah, he's talking about
In
me.
that video, big kudos that I didn't hate the shirt that you were wearing.
Oh, it's a Led Zeppelin shirt.
Because when I last saw you in New York, I said, "What do you wear?" This is
What was I wearing?
that Hugo Boss, I think, shirt that was like it was like a sweatshirt kind of looking sweater that had like pink writing over it.
Yeah. You didn't like that?
I didn't like that. You loved
Jesus.
it. I don't like that.
Really? And you were with the guy named Bank.
Bank, I love Bank. He's the best.
He's a cool dude. He owns a strip club too, right?
Well, go
Okay.
bar, titillations.
Okay, all right. You want to give it a plug? The joint?
Sure, I'll plug titillations. Bank owns it. It's
Yeah,
great.
hell yeah. He was a cool dude. He was a lot of fun. That was a fun night, right? Hanging out at the stand that night. You met my buddy Teamster Tim. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you met Tracy. Tracy Carnazzo, I think, was there that night. Yeah, we had a fun time. That's a cool thing about like that stand show too. Is like after the show, like a lot of the people like out. A lot of them are like podcast fans and stuff too, and they like want to hang out and stuff. And yeah, we had a fucking great night that night. So you had a story you wanted to tell me tonight.
I have a dating story,
Okay, let's hear the dating story.
but this isn't just a dating story. There are pieces of it that are
Real quick before you tell it, Mr. Rapey, Mr. Ray. Ray, try not to make this guest cry like last time. You cried on here before. Do you remember that? It's all right.
Yeah, you were mean to me. I left.
I'm a piece of shit. My apologies. Okay, let's talk about that. Yeah, I apologize for.
Why don't you read a couple more comments?
Oh,
Because
that's
this
it.
is a
We're
story.
caught up. Yeah, we're caught up. Yeah, no. Go ahead, get some wine. I'll hang out with the free chat while you're doing it. I meant Minchie. Never mind. Yeah, Minchie cried. Ah, that's true. Jesus. Ah, Jesus Christ. Yes, Minchie. But that's because she had. You know what, Tracy? He wasn't even talking about you. My friend Minchie was on here, and she's a comedian. She's a funny comedian. She's also an artist. She's from Korea, and she did a roast battle, and the guy used roast battle jokes that her ex-boyfriend told her, and she was talking about that on the show. Yeah, and she started crying about that. So, yeah, so I don't think you cried. Did you cry? I know you were mad at me the one time.
I was upset. I don't remember crying, but that
yeah,
was also,
but Minji did. But
badass broke up with me, so I was like, I was really hurt. Like I was dealing with some shit.
Yeah, my apologies. I try to be nice. We're buddies, right? I'm not trying to make anyone cry. I might cry. I might cry. If anyone cries, it'll be me. Just looking at my life. What am I doing? I'm 50. This is sad. So tell me about the dating story.
All right, this is gonna create a lot of questions. So
okay, awesome, cool.
All right, I have to start the story. A couple years ago, this dating service saw me on LinkedIn and reached out to me.
Okay.
People paid them to find them a match. And they go scouring the earth to find somebody that, they have all the criteria they're looking for with it. Okay. So they found me.
By the way, there's a lot of people that like you, there's only one guy that I told you about that I was like, hey, you should maybe consider this guy.
Well, I am single.
As far as dating. Yeah. He's the only one that I was like, hey, you might want to consider this guy. He's like a well-to-do fella that took a liking to you.
Did you give him your number? No. So this dating service, like 2 years ago, they reached out to me. They found me on LinkedIn, and they put me through a bunch of interviews. They vetted me, and they saw on my resume that I worked for a bunch of places that you have to have a very thorough background check. So they knew I wasn't a dirtbag.
Well, I'm out. I'm definitely a dirtbag. I feel like enough of that. He lives in his godparents' basement? All right. That's
working in finance and hedge funds and stuff like that. You got to go through a pretty thorough background check to, work for these financial institutions. So anyway, so they did a thorough check on me in interviews. And they tried to set me up with this guy. They said, oh, he's a bit of a celebrity. He wasn't. They said, oh, and he looks much younger than he actually is. He didn't. He was like...
This could be me you're talking about.
No, he was a DJ. He was like on iHeartRadio and everything like that. I could probably look...
Everyone's on our... Hey, Tracy, just a quick heads up. My podcast that we're doing tonight will be on our iHeartRadio. Like, it's not tough to be on iHeartRadio. If you have a podcast and it's on iTunes, it also goes to iHeartRadio. It's not that tough to be on iHeartRadio. Anyone could be on iHeartRadio. Just do a podcast, have a Libsyn account. You're on iHeartRadio.
So they had me talk to this guy. I talked to him on the phone. Didn't even do Zoom. I only saw a couple of pictures of him. I was not impressed. He was very douchey, and he wanted me to drive to Cleveland the next day on a weekday.
This might be me.
Take days off to go meet him and drive. And I was like, it doesn't work like this. And I was just like, eh. So I never thought anything of it ever again. 2 years later, they reached out to me out of nowhere. They said, okay, well, you were in our database. We passed on your information to other dating, not dating, but matchmaking services.
Right.
That, might have a client that you might be a match for. So they introduced me to this guy first by Zoom, and, he came to Pittsburgh and he met me and, all that kind of stuff. He paid $30,000 for this service, for them to scour the earth to find somebody for him. And they brought him
the lady with the diamonds, dude. Those diamond fucking earrings, dude. Damn.
$30,000 to meet me.
Did you get the money?
No, they get the money. But I guess,
all right, that doesn't make sense. Why would they tell you how much people are giving them to come meet you? Like, hey, man, this guy gave me 30 grand.
Because he tends to get drunk and share too much.
Okay.
Sometimes a bit about money.
All right. It might be 5 grand. Like, you'd be like, hey, man.
He likes to brag a bit once he starts getting a couple of drinks in him.
So you're dating the guy, or you were?
Lightly. We'll see. Met him a couple of times. It was nice. But his wife actually died on a heart attack out of nowhere, like less than a year ago, and he's pretty banged up. So it's.
What do you mean he's banged up? Emotionally, he's banged up?
Yeah.
Okay, we're all emotionally banged up.
Yeah, but
we're all emotionally.
A lot. This is a lot. So
I don't think it was. I think he spent money to find you. I don't think it's 30 grand. Like, what fucking?
No, it was 30 grand.
There's no douchebag website would be like, we're taking 30 grand for you. Like, that's such a finder's fee.
Darling, when you're an ex-CEO and your wife died and you don't want to date around, you just want to find somebody. Also, by the way, he's 5'5". So, yeah.
They charge him by the height. How short he was. If he was 6'2", it would have been like $150 above the fact that he was like
$30,000 is nothing to him. His car collection, I don't know. He's got multiple Porsches. He just got one that's brand new.
Dude, you're killing it. You got guys fucking yeah, come on, man.
He's got an Aston Martin and a Ferrari and he's like $30,000 really isn't a chink in his bank account. So
did you hook up with him at all, or?
Yeah, we went out a couple of times. So
fuck yeah, dude.
So I mean, we'll see. He's like I said, he's still pretty wounded, and that's a lot. It's a lot. But how crazy is that? Some people reached out to me out of nowhere. They were like, "We want you to meet this guy."
Well, I think you're a catch.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're a catch, man. This is a bogus thing. I'm not going to read it, but I'll put it up. Talking about Liam. That's not true at all, because Liam and I did not hang out at parties together, and also Liam would not say that. People put up inappropriate things, as you know. I just did that because I was like, whatever. That's the same guy that you were like, hey, can you not put ozone? Hey, I don't want to bring up a bad subject, but what did Ray do to make you so upset last time? That was like 2 years ago. She's done my podcast like 5 times since then. That's ozone trying to... Yeah, that's what sucks about this Dabbleverse. And the guy that he was talking about was actually Minji. He
got drunk and he started bitching at me. It's fine.
I think I was upset about something else. It definitely was not you.
He took something else out on me that had nothing to do with me, and I was not at a place to be someone's punching bag.
Yeah, I'm Barku. Congratulations, Ray. She's a keeper. How long have you and Tracy been dating? Where did you meet her anyhow? Like your energy on stage during your set. Please get a pic of you and Adam Carolla together. Will do. Tracy and I have been friends. Don't date comics. You know that. We're buddies. We're not, there's no... Comics should not date comics. Would you agree with that from your experience?
No, comics should not date comics.
Yeah, comics should not date comics. It said, damn, you stupid, Ray. I am stupid. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I am stupid. I am definitely stupid. Tracy, would you be worried if you had kids with Ray, how dumb they would be? Jesus, come on, man.
I won't validate that with a response.
Nah. Mr. Rapey, Miss Ray. Tracy told his exact story last time, except it had fewer unfunny interruptions from King Doofus over here, Ray. Do you listen to anything your guests say? Did you say this story before? I don't think you did.
No, so long ago, but also I didn't have all the details of like actually meeting him or maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I do remember you being on a dating website and you were like, had like people that were like highfalutin reaching out to you. I don't remember you like actually meeting up with them and like saying anything about them specifically or whatever. So is this guy a DJ? Or
no.
this is a different? Okay, so you might have told me about the DJ.
He's a retired CEO.
Damn. I mean, I'm a CEO. I'm a CEO of this.
CEO of
I'm a CEO of this. What are you CEO of? This? Whatever this is. Whatever this is, I'm a CEO of this. Chief Executive Officer of this, whatever this is. It does. So anyone could be a CEO. But no, that guy's got Ferraris and a bunch of cars. Does he have like a beater that he like just drives around?
Yeah, his beater is a Porsche Cayenne.
Damn.
Yeah.
You said that like I would know like different, like just a Porsche. Yeah.
The Cayenne is the SUV Porsche.
Okay, so he's got like, where's he at? Is he in Pittsburgh?
He's in Allentown.
Oh, damn. I know Allentown. Yeah.
And he keeps his yachts in Kent Island.
Yachts? Plural?
Yeah, plural. In Chesapeake Bay.
That's in, where's that at? That's in Virginia, right? Chesapeake, it's D.C. area.
Yeah, Maryland. DC.
Yeah. Did you go on his yacht?
I did.
Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude.
It has like, multiple staterooms and, I got my own stateroom because it's a long distance thing. So I went and hung out, had some really great seafood. It was my birthday.
Fuck yeah. Happy birthday.
That was back in May, but it was like, I had nothing to do for my birthday and I was gonna just work a double. And I ended up having 2 days off in a row. So he was like, okay, I'm buying you a ticket. I'm going to fly you out and I'll take you to dinner. You could stay in your separate stateroom. And, so.
All right. That's okay. Now here's the deal. Like when it comes to like a lady, if I'm like interested in a lady, if we hang out like more than 2 times and there's not that like, I'm like, oh, I got to get busy with a lady, but just the fact, like if I'm like thinking of her is like a long-term girlfriend and it's like the second date and we're not like hooking up, considering like I'm also older and she would also be like, then I'm like, all right, she's not looking at me in that capacity. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but this is meaning long distance. So, when he came to Pittsburgh, he stayed in his own hotel.
Right.
And, like, I didn't even show him my apartment. Because I thought,
okay,
that's a little too intimate on a first date to just see my space.
Right. No, that makes sense. But you get what I'm saying? Like, as we get older, like, if I'm into a woman and, like, if I don't get, like, feedback, like, she's into me like that, then it's like, all right, we're in the friend zone.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, it's more like, all right, this is obviously friend zone stuff. For me, that's where I'm like, maybe I'm naive and thinking like it's going to somehow blossom to something that's not a friend zone. But in my head, I'm like, all right, I've been friend zoned. It's cool. I'll move on to the next.
Well, it's also like, if you meet and you're really into each other, that's different. But if you meet because you've been matched up on a service and you're trying to get to know each other and it's long distance and you have to travel to see each other to get to know each other, that's a whole different thing. Plus,
okay,
he's not hurting for the cash to get himself his own hotel. You know what I mean? So,
Right. All right. I hear what you're saying. No, not that he's got to stay with you, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm like if I'm just my thing, like if I'm into a woman and we've hung out a few times and it's not like nothing's like really happening. It's like, okay, she doesn't look at me like that, which is not a big deal, but it's like, all right, I'll just move on to the next. I was like, all right, I put that in my head. Like, okay, we're friends. We're cool. We're buddies. But I move on to like headspace. I move on to the next.
well,
Do you
here's the
get what
thing.
I'm saying? I'm talking about
Yeah,
me.
but his wife passed in the past year. So there is a lot of reasons to pump the brakes, even if we really like each other. You get it? Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like,
Right. You're right. I didn't have a wife that died. I don't. Although, if I did have a wife, maybe she would be like wishing death. Like, why am I still here? Why am I doing this? He doesn't have a yacht. He doesn't have.
But yeah, you know what? I got to eat some really great seafood because it's amazing.
Hell yeah.
Restaurants up there.
This is Peter Sky. He's being I met this guy in Vegas. I saw this guy in Vegas last week. This is Peter Sky Parker. All your accounts are unblocked, Peter Sky Parker. Tracy, Ray muted you 5 times already tonight. I did not mute her. Peter Sky Parker, we're like best friends literally like 5 days ago. And now he's being back to being a punk to me? Come on, dude. You haven't been muted once. Sam Winston. Ray hooked up with the trans lady to be polite. That's not true. I went on a match with a lady on Bumble, and I met up with her for drinks. I didn't know she was trans. It's just a lady. And I was like, we were going to meet up for, she goes, hey, did you read my profile? And I didn't read her profile. And then like the night we're like meeting up, she's like, hey, by the way, did you read my, and then I saw she's trans. And I was like, all right, I already said I'm going to meet up. By the way, if I match with someone on Bumble, we're not hooking up that night or anything anyways. I'm just going, I'm buying you 1 or 2 drinks. I'm going my way, you're going your way. Because I got caught up in New York City where I would like end up buying people dinners for like no reason just so they can get a free dinner. So I was like, all right. So I met up with her.
Here's the problem with the apps. There are so many people on there that are actually not really trying to meet somebody that they really want to date and build a relationship. They're just looking for free dinners, free drinks, hookups, that kind of stuff. And having to sift through that, it's too hard. Like, especially pre-COVID, back in the days, you would get dressed up, you go out with your friends and group of friends, would talk to the group of friends that were next to you in the bar, and that's how you'd meet people. But now with the app stuff, it's
So I went there and like I met up and I bought her 2 beers. That's it. I bought her 2 beers. She was bigger than me. I bought her 2 beers, and that was it. I bought her. We hung out. I kind of wanted to go for also the story. Like there's no disrespect to like trans ladies, but I'm not into a trans lady. I'm just not. If that makes sense. So I was like, all right.
What was her name?
I don't even remember. It's been a while. It's been like a couple years, but people like to bring it. No, this was in Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
It was in Cleveland.
I have a trans friend in New York that's a comic. And I met her when she was just starting the transition. And years later, before you could tell, like we'd hang out at dinner and, people would kind of look like, all right, if that's a guy, and they'd look at me like, well, that one did a really great job. Like, like I must be a guy too. But honestly, like just years later, and I fucking love her. She's a really close friend of mine. And you can't tell anymore. It's been years.
You could tell. you can. But by the way, that's fine. I don't mind. Like people, yeah, Yeah, you can. For me, I could tell the people I know. I gotta get there's a Cleveland comic. She lives in Austin now, but she would do my podcast all the time. Alexandria, and she transitioned, and she was great. I got to get her back on the thing. She was great. But yeah, she was also like there was a comedy show in so she was doing my podcast once, and there was a gay bar in Cleveland, Ohio. They would do a comedy night on Monday nights. It was I think it's called Drive. It's like on Detroit and 117th, whatever the hell. But it's a gay, and she would go there and like hook up with people all the time. Like she was crushing it. And I just said something on the podcast, like, man, you were like crushing, like blah, 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 blah. I didn't know that her boyfriend was in the other room listening to the podcast, and it broke up their fucking relationship. And I was like, oh man, that's not what I was trying to do. I'm just saying, like, she was hooking up all the time. And I was like, people say it's tough for transgender people to hook up. She was fucking crushing it.
I don't think it is.
She had penises, vagina, she had everything just being thrown at her, and she's fucking crushing it. And then, like, I didn't know. So it sadly broke up their relationship. I felt bad. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. She was like, no, it's fine. It needed to end. Yeah, if you're cheating on him every fucking Monday, it probably wasn't going to be long term. But, yeah. I have to get her back on. But yeah, she was cool. That's back when I first started doing this, and nobody would watch this. I mean, we have 146 people watching now, but yeah, I used to do this, and fucking 10 people would watch this, and that's all good times. I mean, most of them hate me that watch this. Don't get it wrong. Most of them hate my guts, just because I'm here.
They don't hate you. They just like to tell you they hate you.
Yeah, they don't know. They hate me. They hate me for what reason, I don't know. Imagine if I actually was a bad person and there was reasons to actually hate me. They're like, no, they hate me.
I'm kind of confused by how much grief you got from Kevin Brennan, but I know that the algorithm thing, like, oh, you say you hate somebody and people like, oh, fight back. No, don't hate him. He's great. And that algorithm goes back and forth, and it just creates popularity. And I know people know how to use that.
He wants to drive criminals.
I want to do in life.
He's waiting for someone to get out of jail so he can drive them to my comedy shows and beat me up. He's like said that. He wants them to physically assault me. Why? Just because I went to Vegas. Just because I went to Las Vegas. He wants to drive someone that's getting out of jail to come beat me up. That's where we're at right now.
Well, you can also get restraining orders.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. There's been some like weird people in the, Tracy. That was part of what I was talking about on that comedy set when I was like, yes, this Dabbleverse needs a Scared Straight program. Nobody should want to be in it. Nobody should be like, it's very exhausting for like no reason. All right, later. Ray hooked up with the trans. I did not hook up with her, but I bought her 2 beers. Mr. Rapey, Mr. Ray. Tracy, when you explain things to Ray, do you feel like you should have puppets on your hand? You know, he's not getting any of this right. Wow.
Only if it has to do with his health. Then I feel like we really need to have like a vision board in Ray. This is how you take care of yourself. Also, we can do the same with how to pack. Okay, maybe not just get a laundry basket, throw everything in, and your toothbrush willy-nilly. Just, there are not everything, but yes, some subjects. Absolutely. We need puppets, visual aids. We need some things to explain to Ray. And I think, packing and how to take care of himself might be good subjects to start with. Now, if there's success there, then we can move on to using those visual aids in so many other topics.
Don't you love it? You're hanging out with a dude who is a CEO. He's got all these cars, and now you're talking to me with a laundry basket.
Oh,
Did you see the drop off?
Right? Believe it or not, he's a bigger idiot than you are. He doesn't know how to do stuff. He doesn't know how to do anything. He's been taken care of for so long. He doesn't know how to do anything. And I worked in finance and took care of these executives for so long. They don't know how to do anything. And I've already had to pump the brakes and put him in the page, because he has spoken to me like when I was driving him around, telling me what to do. And I was like, oh no, by the way, you don't know where you're fucking going, and I'm showing you. Like we went into the Grand Concourse, which used to be my favorite restaurant in the whole entire world, until Landry's bought it, and now the food's not as good anymore, but it's really beautiful. So I wanted to show him how beautiful it was. So we stopped to get a drink and a snack at the bar there. And I'm telling him all about the history of the building and the stained glass and all these historical facts. And he says, the restroom's over here. What
were the historical facts? Can you tell me about the Landry?
Oh, well, the Grand Concourse, it used to be an old train station. It's really beautiful. I'll take you there. When you walk in, it's all stained glass that goes up the wall and into the ceiling. It's gorgeous. But when Pittsburgh was kind of on the list for hits during the Hitler days, they put a blacktop material inside and outside to block the light from getting out, so they could keep the port open, because it was a train station right on the river. So years later, after the train station was closed, somebody bought it as a warehouse, started chipping away, and found all this old lead stained glass completely preserved. It's stunningly beautiful. So I was there, and it used to be that they would print the menus daily. And how people.
I don't know those type of restaurants. I don't know. I'm not.
Okay, so
every time I show up to Applebee's, it's the same. Every time I'm at Uno's, it's like,
if you go to a restaurant that brings out chips and salsa just for free,
right.
This place would bring out bluefish pate. That was, and printed the menus. It was amazing. Landry's eventually bought it, so it's not as good as it used to be, but it's still very beautiful. It's in Flashdance. That's the movie.
Yeah. What a feeling. Feelings believing.
When they're out at the fancy dinner, that's at the Grand Concourse. So anyway.
Make your passion.
I'm giving him all this history about it, and even explaining about lead stained glass and how Tiffany became popular because of his development of the Favril stained glass. And by the way, his father was the Tiffany, the jewelry store guy, and all these, and then
he's
says,
trying to impress you.
Hey, the bathrooms are over here. I'm giving you a fucking historical tour of the place. I know where the bathroom, you just very I know everything. I know everything. You don't. And I don't know.
Well, he's doing better than me, because I would have just sat there and sang Flashdance for 20 minutes. What a feeling.
That would have been
Feelings
a lot more attractive
believing.
than the guy telling me where the bathroom was in a place I'm giving the tour guide in. I don't know. He's got some things.
Sounds like a good guy, man.
We'll see.
What else? There was another big song of that movie too. Flashdance soundtrack. She's a maniac on the floor, and she's dancing like she's
stand up and dance to Maniac. now, Ray.
Yeah. She's a maniac on the floor, and she's dancing like she's never danced before. What's your favorite Pittsburgh movie? The movie that was shot in Pittsburgh that was all like revolved around Pittsburgh. Because I got mine.
I don't know. Flashdance might be it.
No, there's one bigger. I think it won the Oscar. I think people won Oscars that were actually in the movie. It's a big
Out of
one.
My League was really good.
What's that?
She's Out of My League was even really good. Like,
she's out of my league. Just a fool to believe. Just a fool to believe. That's a Patrick Swayze song.
what's your favorite?
I do anything. Deer Hunter. Deer Hunter.
Oh, that's not Pittsburgh. That's like actually where my dad grew up. Mingo Junction, Ohio is where it was filmed.
That's where it was filmed, but I'm just saying it was about Pittsburgh. Remember, like the whole thing was like, yeah. Come on, Deer Hunter was fucking fantastic, dude.
Yeah, and really upbeat, uplifting.
It's very upbeat. What up? A Maniac was also in that song. She's a maniac. Yeah. So, yeah, I think. What's my other favorite Pittsburgh stuff? Rusted Roots from Pittsburgh. Send me on my way. 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 Yeah. I would like to hold your hand. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a dummy. I'm a fucking idiot. If you're trying to show me stained glass, and I'd just be sitting there singing Pittsburgh songs like black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. like this guy's a fucking idiot. I'm like, dude, Franco Harris caught the ball, dude. He caught the ball. Immaculate reception, dude. Franco Harris, man. Palomalu. Even though I hate the Steelers because they beat my Browns all the time.
The past couple years. But I love Palomalu. He's amazing.
Your all-time favorite Pittsburgh Steelers player. Who do you got?
I mean, you can't pick just one. That's like saying, who's your favorite comic? You know,
well, I'm right here, Tracy. So we know that. Come on, man. Jesus.
You know, when you grow up in this area, it's like Steelers are your religion. Like,
yeah, I know they have a lot of good players. All right. I know they have a lot.
People are really great people as well. I mean, come on, you got to put Franco Harris in that short list. You got to put Palomalu in the short list.
But you don't remember Franco Harris. I don't really remember Franco Harris. We're about the same age.
Yeah, I know, but you hear nothing about him. I mean, the Immaculate Reception was in 72, so I was just born. But I mean, you hear all about him and you watch the clips over and over again your whole entire life, and you hear all the history. It's like I remember watching 79. Terry Bradshaw.
I would say Jack Lambert if I had to pick a Pittsburgh guy, just because I'm from.
Is my dad's favorite. He loves Jack Lambert. I mean,
but my only reason for liking him is he's from Cleveland. Like he went to Kent State, and his dream was to play for the Browns, and the Browns didn't draft him, so he went to the Steelers. So, like, you got to respect that for Jack. And he had, like, no teeth. He was, like, missing all his teeth on top of it. And he was, like, just a mean, nasty guy. So, like, you got to respect that.
But here's the thing. You're saying just players. I got to tell you, Bill Cowher was amazing and a very respectable man and a great coach.
Donnie like the coach Chuck Noll. Chuck Noll was like the coach.
So it's almost like there's been so many great people that like I can't rule them out. But I think Bill Cowher.
Steelers suck.
Yeah, bittersweet.
Oh, come on, man. Bernie Kosar, that's where it's at. You want to get with it? Bernie Kosar, Eric Metcalf, Webster Slaughter, Clay Matthews.
I mean, Art Rooney said TV is going to ruin football because it's going to take it away from being a game. And I mean, it's like, fucking.
That's what I say to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Like, making it like Thursdays and Saturday games and spreading it out. And it's not just like Sunday and a Monday night game anymore and spreading it out. I don't like it. I think
I'll say this to you. Your all-time favorite Pittsburgh athlete that played for a Pittsburgh sports team, and this isn't even close. You're going to agree with me once you hear the name. The all-time greatest Pittsburgh professional athlete that played for a Pittsburgh team.
Well, you're going to tell me who that is.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell. But yeah, who do you think it is? And it's not Mario Lemieux. It's not Sidney Crosby. Like it's not even close.
Clemente?
Yes, it's Clemente.
Well, yeah, we kind of like him here. Yeah. Yeah,
like the dude died like on a plane to like deliver supplies to Nicaragua after a. Yeah. Here, I'm gonna remove myself. I here's how much I like Clemente.
What the hell just happened? Oh, Ray. What the hell? What am I seriously on this fucking podcast by myself right now? I'm getting wine.
Where did she go?
I went to get wine. You left me.
Oh, come on, Tracy. It's all good. I'll bring her back when she comes back. But yeah, man, I got a fucking Clemente hat, dude. Yeah.
I went to get wine.
I went to get my Clemente hat, dude.
What do you think I'm gonna do?
Yeah, you left. You're like, I'm out of here. That's like if someone like is holding the steering wheel of a car and they like I'm gonna go. You're like, well, I'm also out. You also like dove out the door. But I have a Clemente hat, dude.
Nice.
But like that dude,
There's
like
a bridge named after him.
As well there should be, dude. Like he was just like a great person. Like it was Nicaragua that had like.
How do you say that again, Ray?
Nicaragua, whatever the hell it was. But like they had like an earthquake or a typhoon, whatever the hell they had. Like, and he like got on a plane to like, I thought it was maybe Puerto Rico because he's from Puerto Rico. It wasn't. It wasn't even in his fucking country that he's from. Like, wasn't even in the fucking same continent that is fucking where he's from. And he's like, I just got to get them supplies. And he like got on the plane. Who gets on the plane? You think LeBron James, if he's like sending supplies to like somewhere, he's going to get on the plane to be like, I got to make sure the supplies get there. That's pretty cool of Roberto Clemente. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Are you texting me again?
No.
It's like, no. All right. But yeah, dude, Clemente's like, I mean, come on. You got, and he had no reason to have to do that. You get what I'm saying? That's pretty fucking cool, that dude.
Some people are just good people.
Yeah.
And
then he died. And then he died doing it.
If you haven't noticed, some people are also, Ray, just bad people. Like you're a good person. You do jokes. One of my favorite jokes I've seen you do on stage is when you were doing it like I think the I'm place on 106th Street, the hostel.
Yeah. That's a long time ago.
And you were like just talking about like, well, I'm nice. I'm a nice person, and how somebody was you were getting your laundry done, and you were like yelling at somebody that they took their keys. And it ends up they were in the laundry or something like that. And you yelled at the guy, and then you were trying to apologize to him.
Oh, yeah. That's an old joke. Yeah. I do remember that. Yeah. Yeah, I like went back to like try to explain myself, and the guy thought I was a psychopath. The guy thought I was a psychopath. Like, oh, hey, just letting you know. Like, turns out I had him the whole time. I didn't. He's like, yeah. I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, I'm an idiot. But yeah, I vaguely remember that. That's a true story. That was like actually a true story. Oh, what was it? I think it was like my keys were in the dryer, so my car alarm like kept going off or something. And there's a guy like hanging out by my car.
Yeah, and you blamed him for it.
And I thought he was trying to go in my car. That's a true story. I thought he was trying to go in my car.
He did something really sweet and very dumb, which was very brave of you.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, what are you doing, dude? I'm right here. That's my car. Why? Because it was a dude like leaning against my car, like drinking beers. It's like that. I'm like, what are you doing? And then like,
I had that happen recently. Like some dude had to be.
But it turns out my car alarm was going off because my keys were in the pants that were in the dryer, and that's what was setting off the alarm. So, but coincidentally, a guy was also sitting on my car drinking beers. I apologized to a guy that was sitting on my car drinking beers. Like, hey, man, my bad. Like, you could sit on my car and drink beers in the afternoon. That's cool. But
I had that happen to me recently, too, where some dude...
it turns out I didn't owe him the apology. Turns out I didn't owe him the apology, but like a dummy. I'm like, hey.
I have a 99 Wrangler, so, it's got the big bumper kind of things. And he had, like sitting on the wheel, like a beer sitting on my Jeep, and he was leaning against it and texting. And I was like, I walked up and I was like, you're not really leaning against my Jeep drinking and thinking that's just normal, right? And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, he was so douchey. What the fuck is wrong with people?
Yeah, there was something like that. It was something along those lines. Like, my keys were in like the dryer, but there was a dude like, now I look back at it, I had no reason to apologize. Like, you are like sitting in my car drinking beers, something along those lines. But now looking back in hindsight, like I didn't really owe him an apology, but like he thought I was weird. All good. But yeah, dude, that's a long time ago, dude. That hostel. Tracy, when you explain things to Ray, do you feel like we already read this one. You didn't unblock my Cold Sea sock account. This is Peter Sky Parker, who was, I unblocked your Misery Loves Onions. Peter Sky Parker, David Skywalker, everything's unblocked. I didn't know you have a Cold Sea's not a nice guy to me. You're all right in my book, Peter Sky Park. But Cold Sea's a punk to me, so he can do it. Liam asked for your number. Did you two go out? Oh, Liam asked for your number, but I didn't give him your number. That's Liam McEnany. Do you remember Liam McEnany vaguely from New York City?
But,
he was a comic. He was a comic. Yeah. But he did my podcast after you.
A blur.
Yeah, he was a fan of yours when you were doing my podcast. I'm like, don't you know her from he wanted to like, I'm like, I don't think she's doing all right, Liam. I like Liam, but I'm like, I think she's all right. I think she's got this from here. Like, I think he's in film school. He's our age, and he's in film school at USC. And he was like, do you remember him from back in the day? I'll show you his picture.
I probably do. It's just, past few years have been quite the blur.
No, he hasn't been in New York City in forever. He lives in LA now. He's going to film school. He's a nice guy, but it was like, I didn't want to give your number. I would also like ask you before I could give your number out, but I didn't. Nah, that's Liam. Do you remember him from New York City?
Oh yeah, I remember Liam.
Yeah. I didn't give your number out because it was like, it's not my place, but he can contact you social media. He's a nice guy. But yeah, I wasn't going to just give out your phone number. Be like, oh yeah, here you go. But yeah, I'll tell him to reach out to you via social media. How's that? Is that okay?
Sounds good.
All right, yeah. Yeah, he's going to USC film school now. That's what he's doing. Ray met his first date at a urinal. That is true. That is true. That's right. That's not true. That's not true at all. But I'm going with Mr. Rapey, Mr. Ray. By the way, see that picture that he has, that avatar? That's my first CD from like 2004, 2005 or whatever. Someone showed up in Vegas with my CD. They bought it on eBay. And it's from someone who's... Dude, someone's trying to sell my... and he had me cross out the lady's name who bought my CD and write his name instead, and had me. It is pretty cool. Like some of this stuff.
Hilarious! That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah. Like some of these people are actually like a lot of fun. I mean, I get some stuff that's like kind of weirdo stuff, but like a lot of it is trying to decipher what is like weird, but a lot of it's good natured. Like, I mean, I'm learning. This whole Dabbleverse thing is only like a year old. Like, yeah. But someone's trying to sell my my old CD on eBay for...
You know what? That means there's an actual market for it. So good for you, Ray.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Someone's selling my CD for $60.
$60. Sorry, Ray, but that's just a huge compliment. And somebody bought it. That's sweet. That's amazing.
Yeah. People are selling.
Look at you.
Hand signed rare. Hand signed as opposed to automatedly signed. Hand signed. Oh God, I'm an idiot. I just think that's hilarious. Oh, God. Mr. Rapey, Mr. Ray, who's a nice guy. I like, even though he hates my guts. I think he hates my guts, but he's like kind of nice. I'm from Central Jersey. I'm familiar with EK Legend. He's really not a dude to fuck with. I see why you have an issue with him. He's insane. I don't know who EK Legend is. I don't know who that is, but yes, I'm not fucking with anyone, Roshan, but thank you. You're on fire, Ray. Thank you, Citizen Macrobees Poppy. Barker. Ray, are you still wearing a suit or at least a jacket and slacks and proper shoes on your Grand Concourse date with Tracy, or rocking the jeans, TK, and the calf low?
You know, I should take you to Grand Concourse now, and we can snap some selfies, and you can post them when you get here.
When I think of the Grand Concourse, I think of the Bronx, like that road that's like the big road in the Bronx is the Grand Concourse in the Bronx. You've never been to the Bronx? Like that's like the main road, Jerome Avenue, and then Grand Concourse is like, so Grand Concourse, when I hear that, is not like a good area. I hear Grand Concourse, and I'm like, don't go there. Don't go there. Grand Concourse, like, all right, keep your wits about you when you're in the Grand Concourse. That's like it's the main street in the Bronx outside of Jerome Avenue. It's not the best area. That's all I'm saying. It's not the best area. Anywhere in the Bronx is not like the greatest area. Like you got Fordham, and then like 2 blocks away from it, it gets dangerous real fast. You got Yankee Stadium. Anything past Jerome, west of Jerome Avenue gets not good real fast. Hey, a super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Sorry, Tracy. Not Tracy. Blame out complete. I don't know. Sorry, Tracy, not. Oh, Tracy with the Y, not Tracy. Blame. All right. Well, thank you. We're spelling her name. Ray, I applaud you for going back to silliness. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm not. A lot of this Dabbleverse stuff is like just people like being mean to each other. I was like, I'm not doing that. Like, you've done my show. It's just silliness, just dumbness. It's not like, look at this jerk over here. Although there are a lot of jerks, Tracy. There's a lot of jerks out there.
You know what? There's jerks and shit talkers in every single like, you know, place that I wait tables. People talk shit about each other. Just try to not, you know, let people. let people talk, but I'm sorry. I'm just not gonna
Yeah. I
feed
hear
it
you.
the
You,
negative.
you had fun tonight, right? We're going to wrap up here in a little bit. You had fun
Yeah.
tonight, right? We're just hanging
Yeah,
out, just
it's
fucking
getting late.
goofing.
We gotta go. We're talking too much.
Yeah. All right, let me catch up with these. I'll let you get out of here. You're fucking awesome. Another super sticker. Thank you, buddy. This podcast, Mr. Rapey, Miss Ray, this podcast is truly awful. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you, Mr. Rapey, Mr. Ray.
Well, maybe everybody will be meaner next time, and that will be more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they want. They want blood. No one's bleeding. No one's crying. This is the worst.
Somebody eat a dead animal. Whatever. Okay.
Thank you, citizen. Sing anything by Hall & Oates, Ray. I love Hall & Oates.
And either
What's your favorite Hall & Oates song?
man eater.
She's a man eater. Oh, oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. Oh, oh, here she comes. She's a man eater. Private eyes watching you. Private eyes watching you. What?
I'm not sure I'm in on this joke. Is Hall & Oates a thing?
No. Sometimes people ask me to sing songs. I'll sing songs. I'll just sing like, you know that song though, right? Private Eyes? Private Eyes, watching you. Private Eyes, man eater. She's a man eater.
I used to roller skate to those songs.
One-on-one, I wanna play that game tonight. One-on-one, I know. I wanna play it one-on-one. Yeah, Hall & Oates is dope. I like Hall & Oates. How do you not like Hall & Oates? You got to be a weirdo.
I saw Oates in a casino in Reno a million years ago, and he was hideous looking.
Oates?
Yeah.
The dude with the perm?
He is not an attractive guy. He's really not in person. He is really like.
You know what's hilarious? Like, well, it's not hilarious, but when I was in Pottstown for a show at Soul Show, because your kiss is on my list. Because your kiss, I can't resist. Because your kiss is on my list. And yeah, Hall & Oates was good, man. I think there was Patrice O'Neal that had a joke like duos just go together. Like, I know Daryl Hall did all the work, but he's like, he didn't do shit without Oates. Like, say, I don't know what the fuck Oates was bringing to the table, but apparently it was fucking working, dude. Apparently he hasn't had one fucking hit without Oates. But yeah, you put them together and it's magic. But as soon as you take Oates away, Daryl Hall's got nothing. My favorite Hall & Oates song, though, is definitely Sarah Smile. Sarah, smile. Won't you smile for me, Sarah? Do you remember that song? That's a 70s song. Yeah. It's like mid-70s.
Very sad video.
I didn't see the video, but yeah. But that's my favorite Hall & Oates song. But they have a bunch of like, yeah, they have a great, they have a bunch of greats. Everyone likes Hall & Oates. I would go see them in concert tomorrow. If they were coming, I'd fucking be there in the front row singing along with them. She's a man eater.
I want to see my old school band. I want to see again is R.E.O. Speedwagon.
Cause I can't fight this feeling anymore. I forgot it, what I started fighting for. I bring this ship onto the sun.
And like keep on, riding the storm out and keep on rolling. They're amazing. Actually, like I saw one of those Def Leppard concerts that they, have all the old school bands and everything years ago, and I saw. One that I just wanted to go same concert every year, but I wanted to go just to see R.E.O. Speedwagon, and they blew everybody off the stage. They were amazing.
It's not even close for me. My favorite R.E.O. Speedwagon song is "I Can't Fight This Feeling."
No. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. To me, that's
storm out. Time for me to fly. Or great. By the way. Riding the Storm Out, So Kevin Cronin, the lead singer. I'm sorry. Oh shit, I have to do this. Kevin Cronin.
That's
the lead
fine. That's fine.
He like jumped in and he was part of the band, and then they brought the old guy back, and then they did "Riding the Storm Out." It might be a little bit off, but I think I'm close to at least accurate. Anyway, Kevin Cronin came back, and when they recorded "Riding the Storm Out," it was with the other guy, and if you play the recorded version, like off the album, it's as opposed to when they re-released it live with Kevin Cronin, it doesn't even sound like the same song. Like they did it so much better in the live version, and it's so much fun. So yeah, I dig R.E.O. Speedwagon. Sorry, I geeked out.
My favorite R.E.O. Speedwagon moment was in Billy Madison when he went back to high school and he thought he was going to be the cool kid, and he showed up to high school and he pulled his jacket back, his jean jacket, and he was wearing an R.E.O. Speedwagon t-shirt. Do you remember that? Like, remember the first day he went back when he went to high school? Do you remember the movie Billy Madison? We're talking about Adam Sandler.
I do.
Right.
I did not remember the R.E.O. Speedwagon moment. I do, however, remember that the Kevin Cronin was not the original lead singer.
I mean, you have deeper cuts than what I have. But yeah, it was like whenever Billy Madison came out, like 93, 94. But like he was his first day in high school. So remember he did like 2 weeks in every grade. And so when he finally got to ninth grade, he like drove up to his car and he wanted to show everyone how cool he was. So he pulled up in his like convertible and he got out of his car.
Oh,
and his
yeah! I do remember that moment. Okay.
And his t-shirt said R.E.O. Speedwagon. His t-shirt, and everyone looked at him like, what? Not Pearl Jam, not Nirvana, R.E.O. Speedwagon. Like, what's up? Let's fucking rock this shit. Well, say what you want to. You know who my favorite, you know who I want to see, dude? I'll go see them whenever, wherever. Air Supply. Air Supply is a shit.
You know who I haven't seen, who I really want to see? This is nerdier. Little River Band.
More than Air Supply? Air Supply is like, yeah, Little River Band's good, but I mean, Air Supply is like considered like completely wuss music, and they fucking rock, dude. 'Cause you're every woman in the world to me. You're my fantasy. You're everything to me. Yeah. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I turn it away. I'll be singing along. I'll be in the front row singing along with them, like just like. And I'm never gonna give you up. See me cry, making love out of nothing at all. Making love out of nothing at all.
Fucking comment I've ever seen.
Yeah. Making love out of nothing at all. Making love out of nothing at all. Yeah, they're the best, dude. Air Supply. Anyone that doesn't like Air Supply is a weirdo. You stink. If you don't like Air Supply. Leo Gunn, who's a good egg. Tracy Jayne, give me some hot stuff, baby, believe me. Oh, talking about R.E.O. Speedwagon. Do you know that song?
The Hot Stuff song? That's not R.E.O. Speedwagon, but anyway.
Hot stuff, baby.
I love you. Oh, by the way, I will be back in New York for the Mermaid Parade, and in a couple weeks, and I'm hoping to go up on the UGG show with Todd.
Todd Fantasy. If you do that, I'll do that. That's a Donna Summer song, Leo Gunn. Hot stuff, baby, but then it's a hot stuff. Da, da, da. Yeah, that's Donna Summer. Which my favorite Donna Summer song for Leo Gunn is "On the Radio." Whoa, on the radio. Whoa. I remember singing that with my cousins when we were little kids. On the radio. Whoa, on the radio.
I'm a huge fan of Donna Summer, but I have to say I'm a little more Pointer Sisters.
Well, Pointer Sisters have jump for my Air Supply said not true, Leo Gunn. Air Supply is shit.
The old stuff. Love the Pointer Sisters.
I just know like Jump, like in their 80s, like jump for my love.
Yeah, their
Jump
best
in.
stuff was earlier.
Before that, all right. I think they're all right, man. All right, where can people find you, Tracy? But yeah, dude, let me know when you're in New York City, and we're gonna talk. So we're gonna hang out in Pittsburgh because I'm going to Pittsburgh, and as I told you,
Okay, so I want to do
Steve
Todd's
C,
show.
who's a good egg.
Young show on the 21st in New York City. And then the next time I'm in Pittsburgh, I've got a show at the I'm at the Apollo in Irwin in Pittsburgh area on the 27th, and then other stuff later on. But also I'll be in the Mermaid Parade. Yeah, Mermaid Day is my favorite day in the world.
Steve C, who's a good egg. Tracy and Ray need to make some R.E.O Speedwagon Ray tarts. Jesus, come on, Steve C. I used to have T-shirts that were called. I didn't have them. People made T-shirts when I was on the Shuley Network called Ray tarts, and people bought them. People bought them. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good-natured ribbon. But Steve C's a good egg. And Air Supply does not suck, Leo Gunn. You're insane to think that they suck. That's not true. Air Supply rocks.
I'm sorry. I think Leo's more. We're on the same team.
You think Air Supply sucks?
They might not suck, but if you put it on in the car, I'd be like, "Oh my God, what are you doing? This is miserable. Why are he's greater? I'm slitting my wrists. Why are you playing Air Supply?" Like
when Goots does a road with me, maybe he's just doing it because he's coming with me, but I will play Air Supply and we will sing at the top of our lungs. I will sing it. I will belt it out like a champion. And I'll make all the stadiums rock, but I don't want to live without you. But you really want to see me cry.
My darling Ray, I mean this in the kindest of ways.
Making love out of nothing at all.
There's a lot of people in this universe, if you haven't noticed, that like to encourage you to be as Ray as you can be. And it might be that.
I'm wearing a brand new, which is like emo rock. Like,
Ray it up. Come on. Be all the Ray you can be.
yeah, Air Supply does not suck, dude. Air Supply is cool.
Well, you singing Air Supply, being all fired up about it is just pretty funny. So that might not
Air Supply rocks, dude.
Air Supply so much about just encouraging Ray to be all the Ray he could be.
There we go. Yeah, it's all good, man. Everyone loves Air Supply.
Everyone loves the ultimate Ray. And Air Supply seems to somewhat do that for you. So, well,
text me. Let me know when you're in New York City. If I'm there at the same time, we'll definitely hang. But all right, I love everyone. That's our show, man. Go follow Tracy Jayne on Twitter. Go see her. And all right, everyone's cool. Even Leo Gunn, even though he doesn't appreciate Air Supply, but the night's young. The night's young. All right, I love everybody. That's our show. Patreon.com/Ray DeVito. All right. Oh, hang on. I got one more super chat. I got to read. We got a couple more. All right. Steve C. Tracy and Ray should make some R.E.O Speedwagons. Yeah, dude. Yeah, you like R.E.O Speedwagon the way I like Air Supply. So we could. There's definitely.
R.E.O Speedwagon is much cooler. Okay, let's just make it very. I'm much cooler, Ray. It might be old school, but I am very, very, very much cooler. Okay.
Oh, come on, man. I will admit, I Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore is like one of the greatest songs ever written.
I'm saying Time for Me to Fly. It's a breakup song that they're cheering about. Time for me to fly. Fuck yeah. That's a great song.
I'm gonna check it out for you. I'm gonna check it out. If it's good, I'm gonna fucking run to it but that's like one of the greatest songs to ever exist. Is I can't fight this feeling anymore, and the way it like breaks down, like it's like rocking and then like stops, it gets serious. It's fucking so dope.
Do you
That's
know
one of the
who
greatest.
makes fun of that song? R.E.O. Speedwagon.
They make fun of it. Well, then
The sad song. They make fun of it.
That's it's one of the greatest songs to ever exist.
They have better stuff. I promise you.
They're fucking making fun
Also,
of like 10.
they're really fun on stage. So
They're making fun of 10-year-old me because 10-year-old me fucking love that song. 10-year-old me loved that and Duran Duran and fucking the Thompson Twins. And that was like one of the greatest songs ever. I also liked Tears for Fears. Tears for Fears was fucking great.
right. I'm sorry to say, we got to wrap this up. My wine glass is empty.
Yeah. No, it's all good. All right. Let me read these last. Yes.
Love you. Good to see you.
Good seeing you. Ray, I'm just chipping you. You're a good egg. Tracy is a cutie. Skull, he's a fan of yours. He's a good man. Leo
Liam
Gunn.
knows I love him.
He's a handsome guy too, by the way. He's a handsome guy. I don't know how many yachts he has, but he's a handsome guy. R.E.O. SW Live. You get what you play for. Do you know what he's talking about here?
Nope. No idea. Anyway. Okay.
But I do.
199.
Don't Leo Gunn, don't end the show yet. What the fuck? He doesn't want us to end. We're rolling. Sure, wine glass is empty.
Leo can text me.
What's that? Yeah. Leo's a good egg. And he's a handsome guy on top of it. All right. I love everybody. Tracy, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for hanging with me. People love you on this podcast.
Love you to pieces. Take care.
All right. All right. I'll let you go. I got one more super chat. Sing us out with I Can't Go For That, Raymond. I can't go for that. Oh, no. No, can't do no. I can't go for that. Oh, no. No, can't do do almost anything that you want me to do. But no, I can't go for that. Oh, no. No, can't do no. I can't go for that. Oh, no. All right. I love everybody, man. Thank you guys for hanging, man. You guys are cool as shit. And, yeah, dude, this is fun. It was a drama-free podcast about stuff. And you guys are cool as shit. All right. I love everyone. Patreon.com/RayDeVito, $3. I'll see you guys later. See you later, punks.